Before DTS, I was newly married, 6 months. I was working at an inner city school in Minneapolis. I was helping coach basketball, work with special ed. I was working at a youth group part-time too.
I was living on my own. I was working 3, sometimes 4 jobs a week.
Truthfully, not grand. Wasn't walking with the Lord. Just trying to get by and really struggling. Not happy. Just searching for something.
Life before DTS was pretty rough.
Worked a lot. I went to school. Just trying to live the life that society is telling me to live.
I had no relationship with God before DTS.
Life was good. I was working at a church, and I knew who Jesus Christ was. I was serving Him, but I really felt like my relationship with the Lord became a lot about doing things for God, serving Him, and making God happy.
When I first came out to this community, I was really excited.
Really cool to see a community that lives together, worships together, eats together, and just encourages each other.
It just warmed my heart, and it was great to come downstairs every day and worship or have lunch or breakfast with literally tons of people who were just waiting to get to know me, and I was trying to get to know them and just form relationships. So
you could just feel the difference between here and where I was living, just God's presence, I guess it would be.
So many people. I mean, we got over 100 people that are in this, that are in the purposes that God has for them.
It's so cool that people do life together here.
There's freedom that I've never experienced.
My favorite lecture topic in DTS was the Divine Plumb Line.
Definitely Father Heart with Dave G.
Was definitely hearing God's voice.
My favorite lecture topic was definitely hearing the voice of God.
That's actually really hard because honestly I love them all.
What it means to be a child of God.
It was really cool to learn about a way for people to look into their past and see the things throughout their life that have hurt them or wounded them, or things that they've done that they just need healing from.
If I had to choose one, it was probably just hearing God's voice.
The thing that hearing God's voice really taught me is that God just doesn't speak to me about things that He wants me to do or things He wants me to be a part of, or different ministry things. He speaks to my heart about who I am.
In the long run, if you're pursuing God's voice, if you're really trying to hear God's voice, He's going to bless you in that.
I saw God's love impact the world a ton on outreach.
Seeing God's love impact the world is unlike anything else.
I really saw God just, form relationships and bonds through smile and laughter, and even though you didn't know what each other was saying or whatnot, you just kind of got through it and laughed.
Just amazing to see and witness the difference between Christians and non-Christians there.
They completely trusted God. They put their complete faith in God.
Their reaction to us, and then how shocking it was when they actually heard His name and heard a couple of us say what the gospel was.
Especially to see how truth isn't just a concept learned in class. It's not just a fancy idea. It's not just a big strategy or an overarching mission, but it's something that comes in and changes the practical reality of our day-to-day living.
They were there night and day just praying, worshiping God. No matter what happened, they knew He was in control, and they knew His name was going to be glorified.
Just so real. So it was awesome to see how God's love transformed people and just gave them this real life that they lived out and served and loved their neighbors with. After experiencing DTS, I just want to walk with Jesus every day.
I changed and grew a lot through DTS. I think one of the biggest areas was just in my intimacy.
Easy to fall into the world standards about what success is, what makes you happy, but honestly I found complete happiness and joy in serving God.
You're never too far gone for him, and he's always pursuing us and always pursuing our hearts.
You really did a character change in my heart.
Jesus, it's all about you. It's all about who you say I am and who I understand you to be.
I love grace and redemption and the fact that he takes broken people to fulfill his work.
I want to live every day like I'm doing it for God and like he's right next to me.
I don't want to walk in my own strength, in my own power on a day-to-day basis because I know I'm going to fail. I know I'm going to hurt people. I want to be constantly surrendered to the Lordship of Christ and His Holy Spirit speaking to me and moving me in every little direction. I want to just be completely and recklessly abandoned to the simplicity that is following Jesus.